Danny. The DOJ woke up today and chose violence. First, they indicted Don Lemon and arrested him, and then they released all of the Epstein files, or at least millions upon millions of files, photographs, and videos that everybody is still going through right now. It's going to take a long time. But they've done it, and we've been looking at them, and there are some very, very juicy and very interesting things in these files. Like, for instance, there's a considerable number of emails about Bill Gates and what a monster Bill Gates is. Now, Bill Gates denies what's in these emails, but they say that Bill Gates destroyed his marriage by giving his wife an STD because he kept sleeping with Russian hookers. That's what Jeffrey Epstein writes. And that he had to get Bill Gates a bunch of special drugs in order to try and fix his STD. Maybe this is why Bill Gates is paying Jeffrey Epstein. This is Jeffrey Epstein's desk, and you can see $1 here signed by Bill Gates. I was wrong. Was that a wager that he wouldn't get an STD? I don't know, man. I don't know. It's not up to me. We're just trying to interpret them as quickly as we can and to give you all of the important information out of this massive drop of files. See, ladies and gentlemen, obviously this is creating quite a few headlines already. Today, we are looking now further at the DOJ's files, and you can see pages like this one that include an enormous number of allegations against Donald Trump. Very lurid child exploitation allegations, the details of which I'm not going to read to you. You're welcome to read them all on the internet. I'm showing you this at the Department of Justice website right now. So this is the DOJ website. This is the official one. It is, well, what you get when you search for President Trump and you find, again, grotesque predation allegations that were called into a tip line. All right. Libs online are going through and saying, look, they got him. Epstein files feature numerous allegations made against Donald Trump. And there was also a hoax. There was literally a fake news story that the DOJ was deleting all of these files. It's not true. Here they are live right now on the DOJ website. They're all gone. They've all been deleted. That's not true. Here they are live and active right now. There's the data set searching for Trump. Again, you're welcome to go read all of this. You're welcome to see and observe and Google anything that you want, but you need to also lock in to the column that was deleted here by the Midas Touch morons about Trump and these allegations, because they're deleting a column for a specific reason. That the person making these allegations is deemed not credible and has a history of mandatory psychiatric evaluations. Complainant was spoken to and deemed not credible. Additional research showed 3 separate incidents involving police watch and requested mandatory psychiatric evaluations. And so people lost their minds. What they did was they opened season on Jeffrey Epstein and Donald Trump allegations, and then a bunch of insane people called in from Australia, other random countries. Here you go. Here's how it works. I stated previously these allegations came from random people, including in Australia. Again, people are posting these deceptively, editing out the most important part, that these cases are deemed not credible, secondhand, or invalid. These entries are details of calls made to the tip line, so any crackpot can just call the tip line. And I think this is what is critically important in all of this, is that you need to understand that the reason that Democrats have wanted these files to be released is because they know that any sociopath, any type of jackwagon can call in and say whatever lurid or horrific or grotesquely detailed predation allegations, and it'll get recorded in the files. And then dishonest people can clip out that these are not true allegations or credible allegations. They actually come from very broken people that want attention and need psychiatric help. They'll clip that out, and then you can create a fake news cycle and give people what they want. But that's not true. And the Trump administration, to their credit, is publishing this stuff, but they're also publishing with the actual conclusion of and the response of the team here, which I think is critical. Here is Todd Blanchard, the Deputy Attorney General. In none of these communications, even when doing his best to disparage President Trump, did Epstein suggest President Trump had done anything criminal or inappropriate to any of his victims. That's also what Ghislaine Maxwell says. That's also what Virginia Roberts says. Virginia Roberts was someone who was stolen from Donald Trump's Mar-a-Lago to go work for Epstein. Trump has talked about this quite a bit, quite often. She's also one of the main whistleblowers in the Jeffrey Epstein saga. And she has said dozens of times that Trump did nothing wrong. That's in sworn testimony, court testimony, and so on. And in her book. Of course, she has also talked about Bill Clinton. Trump talked about Bill Clinton, by the way. Be a strange way to start your political career to go talk about all of your crimes if you are such a monster and you did so many monstrous things with Jeffrey Epstein. Why would you do this on stage?
Bill Clinton.
10 years ago.
Nice guy. Got a lot of problems coming up, in my opinion, with the famous island with Jeffrey Epstein. A lot of problems.
Why would you tell on yourself there? Nobody really knew who Jeffrey Epstein was at that time. That was like in 2015, this clip.
You raised the question of Jeffrey Epstein in your remarks about in the Q&A.
Well, I think he's got a problem. I mean,
what do you think the problem will be?
I don't know, but that island was really a cesspool. There's no question about it. Just ask Prince Andrew. He'll tell you about it. The island was an absolute cesspool.
And Trump always knew how to play this hand. Obviously, it got under his skin that everybody was accusing him of wrongdoing. And that's exactly, Trump knew that this was going to happen. As soon as the loons knew that money could be made, they went crazy with allegations. This one said Trump had calendar girls at party at Mar-a-Lago. This is wild and total tabloid worthy. Obviously, the Epstein file has gossip emails blasting Trump, but no dirt. Nothing has been found so far in any of the emails that point to any wrongdoing of Trump. Stuff like this is why you don't like releasing millions of documents. Morons are able to splice it up and ignore critical parts. You retards missed kind of the important point. Back up again. DOJ has killed this leak. The link says Jake Tapper. No, it is actually live. There, I clicked on it live right now. So, what are you like? What are you to make of this? I'm going to say what I've always said. And here's, by the way, the attorney for all the Epstein victims. This is the guy with the massive class action case with all the Epstein victims, saying Trump's the only dude that actually picked up the phone and tried to help me put Epstein away. He's the only guy that called me. What are you to make of this if you are of sound mind? If you're of sound mind, you're going to sit here and say, well, hold on. You're telling me that the evidence to destroy President Trump was sitting in a file that Democrats controlled with the deep state. For 20 years, they sat on this evidence with whatever photo or whatever video that they have of Trump doing whatever criminal thing. They were literally sitting on it and they didn't use it. You're gonna tell me that? They shot the guy in the head. They charge him with crimes, 450 years in prison, fake crimes. They release the Access Hollywood tape. They impeach him. They do everything. They raid his house, but they don't just like release the photo or video that they have of Trump and Epstein that would destroy him. No, it's like, I'm not dumb. I wasn't born yesterday. I'm not stupid. Okay? You gotta have to show me something for me to believe. Now, this is something. They're releasing all these videos and photos of Bill Clinton, in hot tubs with these chicks, swimming with these chicks. The chicks are sitting on his lap. He's wearing these creepy shirts with Epstein, the spy who shagged me shirts. There's a lot on Clinton in here. That's a fact. Is there enough for a criminal case? Well, Clinton won't testify, so he's going to be criminally referred anyway. There you go. Now you're cooking. I'm sorry. It's not gonna. It ain't Trump. You're gonna have to show me something. You're gonna have to show me something than a bunch of nutcase women making up stuff on a tip line because they're off their meds. That's what they got. That's what they were able to get. Okay, that's your update. Let me know what you think in the comment section. It's your boy Benny. See ya.